Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Before I get into this, I just want to say, has Minecraft been like breaking for anyone else recently? Because it has for me. I know the servers were down for a bit or something, but like I was having trouble loading into this world, and it's not like I have a lot in this world. But anyway, get into it. Okay, this is you got to give me points for creativity. This is chiseled blocks tier list. So, starting with sandstone, chiseled sandstone. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a B. It's a little creeper face because creepers are, I guess, desert. I don't know the lore to them. I don't know anything about it. They're like plants. Anyway, I like it. I like it. You can find it in the game. Naturally, you don't have to make it yourself. Unlike this, you can't. And for that fact, I think it's boring. I think it'd be cool if there was maybe a very rare red sand temple, you know, and then you could see the wither. And it's the wither. It's cool. It's like the only hint at the wither, you know. Except, you know, everything that hints at the wither. Like the wither skeleton skulls. Okay, but that's a C anyways. Now, chiseled stone bricks. I think they're quite boring. Also, if you look at this dot, it's actually slightly off, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's on Java Edition only. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think they're that good. I think maybe it's only getting a C just because it's kind of iconic, you know. It's one of the oldest ones in the game. Yeah. Next. Polished blackstone. It's a pig snout. Makes sense because it's piglin territory you find these in. And these you can find. The only one you can't find naturally so far is the wither one. Anyway, you can find the polished blackstone. Also, another little side note. Why is it called chiseled polished blackstone, but there's no chiseled blackstone, you know? Like, the other thing is just, maybe that, I don't know. It's weird. That's weird to me. There's probably an explanation that's very obvious. Anyway, I don't like it that much. I think it's kind of like this where it's lame. It's just 2 dots now, you know? That one only got points for, like, nostalgia. This doesn't get any points for nostalgia, so it's where I would place stone bricks. Chiseled polished blackstone, that's a mouthful, will go in D. And it looks kind of like a B almost. Anyways, oh yeah. Chiseled tough bricks and chiseled tough. See, there's chiseled tough, but there's not, and there's chiseled tough bricks, but like the polished blackstone's kind of weird, you know? I feel like they make up their logic too late so that it stops making sense. Anyway, chiseled tough bricks. I think these are pretty cool. I think they're a C. I like the design. I like kind of the wavy design. It works because it's wind stuff. And then I think these, and the chiseled tough, I think it's a B. Just because I like the wind design. I think it's pretty cool. It looks fancy. It works because it's in the Breeze Temple or whatever. Chiseled deep slate. I've heard maybe it's supposed to be an old warden. I've also heard it looks like Mickey Mouse, which I can kind of see. But anyways, I think it looks stupid. Like, if it was just a spooky face, that would work. But it doesn't really look that good at a spooky face. Like, it's kind of a spooky face, but not really that good. Like, if it was a good spooky face, I'd put it higher. I don't think it's that bad. And since I put this right here, like the polished blackstone in D, I think it goes D. Because it does have a bit more design, but I still don't like it. So, pretty much. Although I know you can put these, like, certain things higher to show that they're better, but that's too much work for me. Oh, and now we have a whole lot of blocks coming in. Chiseled copper. Just for the fact that this is not waxed chiseled copper, I think it's not good because it'll oxidize really quickly, or maybe waxed copper doesn't oxidize. I don't remember. I'm going to put it low. I don't think it's that good. Also, shut up over there. I don't think it's that good. It kind of has like a machine vibe, but I don't know. It's not for me, personally. So, jeez Louise, we have a lot of these to go. Same with, like we did with the doors, there's a lot of copper blocks. Same thing for this. It's the same deal. It's boring, and I like it. Yeah. They both oxidize slowly, so they don't stay as the same thing. Next, then it's weathered copper. I still don't like it. You know, I think I'm being generous. I think they do look pretty cool, but they don't they don't get really high on the list, but you know, they don't get E or F, which I think it's fair. I don't know if there's any chiseled blocks that put in E or F. Anyways, this one I like it because it can't oxidize anymore. So, you know, you're stuck with the same thing. Works. This one, I don't really remember how the oxidizing process works. Maybe it works slower. So I'm going to just put the waxed chiseled coppers all on the same line. Why was blue? That was weird. I think they're all pretty good. You know, they stay as the same color pretty much. Maybe it's permanent, maybe it's not. I can't remember. Anyway, chiseled quartz, I think it's an E, actually. I take it back. I don't like this one. It doesn't look like anything. Like this stuff, I can see where it's going. I guess it kind of looks like a guardian, but that wouldn't really make sense because, well, like, you get it in the nether. You get this stuff from the nether. You can't find it naturally. And, like, a guardian is not, it's kind of the exact opposite of the nether. Maybe that's just me, but I think it's an E. Not quite an F. I mean, I don't know. I think it's an E. Then you got chiseled resin. I like these. I don't think they're an A because it's too obvious what it is. Like, it's just a creaking, you know? Whereas, like, this is a creeper, you know? Like, it's a creeper face, yeah, but it's not just a picture of a creeper. This is just a picture of a creaking. So it's not higher. I think it would be higher, though. I don't really like resin either, so. Resident Evil kind of sounds like I said. I think it's higher than this just because I like it looks cooler. This kind of looks like a kid doodled on it, you know? This looks like professional stuff, you know? And you can't find either of these naturally, so I'm not sure how that applied to the first few. I was going with my rules, like, later into the list, so there. Chiseled nether bricks. I do like these. I think the snake. It's obviously a wither skeleton, but it's cool. I'm pretty sure you can find these naturally, right? I don't think you can even make them. Maybe you can make them, but yeah, I think you can find them naturally. Yeah, I like it. It's a wither skeleton, but I think it's nice. Chiseled bookshelf. That's not what I would count as chiseled. I included it just because it is called chiseled, but A, you can't find it naturally. B, it doesn't look that cool. C, it doesn't do anything. D, it's not a bookshelf that you chisel. It's just a bookshelf that you make, so I'm not sure why it's chiseled. E, like I said, I'm not sure why it's chiseled. And F, it's just the worst. So it's F. There is one block. I don't really count it. So that kind of changed my opinion, but I think it's a little fair. I think it's like, I think it's not really like a chiseled block. Like, that's a chiseled block. These are chiseled blocks. These are chiseled blocks, I guess. You know, these are all chiseled blocks. That's not. Yeah, but I guess nothing got S this time. Nothing got S. That's a first for me. Usually, I think every video I've done right now, something has gotten S. Something has gotten every single place. But, no. There's my list. And I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty fair. And this is completely unrelated to the chiseled stuff, but here's a little bonus list for you. For anyone who stayed till the very end, you know? And I'm not going to tell... And I'm not going to hint at this in, like, the description of the video or anything. You just got to find it for yourself. So, on Bedrock Edition, you got mob heads. This is going to be too short to count as its own list, so that's why I wanted to do it as a little secret in the ending. And it's completely different. I just thought I'd do in this video. So, anyway, the player head. It's a D because you can't... No, it's an E because you can't get it in the real game, in the regular game. And also, it just makes me sad that on Bedrock Edition you can't copy your own player head. Zombie. It's good. It's just zombie, you know. This might just be mob rankings. Yeah. Creeper. I think I like it more. I've used it more. I think it looks cooler than zombie. Ender Dragon. It's a trophy in the game, and that's about it. I don't like how its face is so big and like it gets everywhere and everything's stupid about it, but I do like it, so I'm gonna put it there. Skeleton. Skeleton, I think, is with Creeper. I've used it quite a few times. It's good for designing. Like I think when you're like exploring a like ancient temple, you don't think you're gonna see zombie heads. You think you're gonna see skulls. You know. Wither skeleton skull, it's essential to getting the wither. That gives it a B. Piglin head, I don't really like it that much. I don't know if that's controversial, but I don't like it that much. Yeah, it's not that good. And then they're gonna add like the breeze head or something next, and I'm gonna have to redo this list. Anyways, well, I think I'd just put the breeze probably like D or something. Yeah, but obviously not everything would be filled out because that's just silly putting them all like on their own separate or all on their own thing. And so yeah, this is the second time it's ever happened. Anyway, yeah, that's my mob head tier list that I did real quick, and I'm not gonna count Java Edition stuff that I can't get without having to go to Java. You know, that's silly. Anyway, so it's bonus tier list for you if you stayed to the end. If you actually checked out my video, then there's a bonus tier list. Anyway, this is sum to the 1 to the 56, 67. Signing off. I don't know what that was.